Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the next episode of the classic WWF series. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you can probably tell by the fat bastard behind me, I've got Mr. Alex Monk, aka Ruby Mojo, with me. Alex, get your ass out. Ow! Fucking twat! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the channel, Alex Monk, aka Ruby Mojo. Alex, how have you been, my friend?
I've been really good, but it's been over a year since I've been in.
I would actually like to correct you on that one, my friend. The last video we were both in was the Fun with Alex, Ryan, and video we did at the pub.
Yeah, which has been over a fucking year.
Oh, you can hit me with a pillow then too. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell, we're both twats. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you have requested a review, and get lost. You have requested a review, which you didn't put in the video. If you do want to request a review, pop it in the video below of the latest WWF series, and I will definitely think about reviewing it. So, Alex, I never told you Richard then for some stupid reason. Alex, there we go. What is your review today?
My review is the WWF Wrestlemaina 12.
The boyhood dream comes true. See, there's always a point to watch my videos. So, ladies and gentlemen, yes, WrestleMania 12 from Anaheim, California, in the Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim. 18,853 fans watched. The main event being Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels in the monumental first ever Iron Man match. So we're just watching the first match, which is a 6-man tag between Owen Hart, British Bulldog, yes, the streak continues, and Vader.
It's Vader time.
Versus
Yokozuna, Ahmed
Johnson,
and Jake the Snake Roberts.
Around this time as well, he was addicted to drugs and alcohol again. He was in the born again Christian phase of his career at this point. But again, the streak continues. 4th pay-per-view in a row I've watched that has Owen Hart and British Bulldog on the show. I want to say right now that those two are some of the best. Those two are two of the best in-ring performers. Owen Hart definitely for WrestleMania 10 against his brother, which is one of the best opening matches of a WrestleMania ever. And also, I can't think of any two people more intertwined than Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. No, I will not review that pay-per-view.
You can get lost.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I got 2 requests actually to do. As everybody knows, Survivor Series 1997. I will not review Survivor Series 1997. It has been done to death. It is just no. I'm not reviewing Survivor Series 1997 at all. So we're going to be watching the first match, and we're going to have some fun with it. So, hope you enjoy. Oh, want to add something?
I'll see you in a couple of minutes.
So, that was the opening match, the 6-man tag, and it was actually a really good match. Vader had most of the moves scouted and stuff like that. Owen Hart played not the chicken shit heel, but played the more technical wrestler. Jake the Snake Robert ate the pin. I think it was the best call out of all of them because out of all of them, Yokozuna was a former champion. Owen Hart was a former champion. British Bulldog was a former tag team champion. Vader was a former champion, if I recall, and Ahmed Johnson at the time was a former intercontinental champion. So having Jake take the pinfall was the best idea, I thought. Good hard-hitting match. What did you think?
I agree with you on the same thing, though, what you just said, Peter. But, to be honest, it was an alright match.
Yeah. Also, I do want to say that my first review was of Good Friends, Better Enemies. So this takes place 1 month before the pay-per-view. So it's actually kind of a nice thing to see how the Diesel versus Shawn match takes place. It's actually quite good. Right, we'll watch the next match and we'll tell you what it is. So it's the Hollywood Backlot Brawl, which, interestingly, Alex, can you tell me where it was filmed at? Okay, I'll actually give you some help. It's a famous movie production.
Hollywood.
No shit, it's called a Hollywood Backlot Brawl. But where specifically was the Backlot Brawl taped at? Now think of movies. I'll give you a clue. Think of movies. In about 2 seconds, you can actually see steam coming out of his ears and his hair on fire in about 2 seconds because I'm asking him to use his brain.
Which is the size of his fish.
Well, yeah, come on. Do you give up?
Yeah.
Okay. It was actually filmed at the most rowdy, rambunctious, dangerous place of all, Disneyland.
Holy shit.
It was actually filmed in a backlot area of Disneyland in California. Yeah, you think of the actual where Pixar and the animators are.
Yeah.
It was filmed there.
Oh.
So there's an interesting fact for everybody. So we're just watching. So we're just about to start watching it. So yep, here we go. Okay, so we're currently watching the Hollywood Backlot Brawl, and we've just had the scene where Piper has just been run over by the car. Alex,
Yes.
can you tell me which member of the WWF team did Piper have babysit his child for that spot to occur? So basically, Piper needed to do something. So one of the members of the team graciously donated his time to babysit his child at the time. In return, Piper would do that spot. Who was it? And I'll give you a clue. They're currently on air right now.
Lola.
Nope.
McMahon.
Vince McMahon babysat Piper's kids, and in return, Piper got run over in that. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we do know that. Yes, the car chase comes up is O.J. Simpson. We do know that. But I think it's just stock footage from the actual car chase. I'm not entirely sure. So we won't be commenting on that. We will be commenting on the end of the match.
Right, and here's our next match.
Oh, yes! Stunning Steve Austin versus...
Right, we've just watched the $1 Million title match between Stone Cold and Savio Vega.
This is weird. I don't know if he was named... Oh, no, Stunning Steve Austin was named from... WCW. I apologize. So it is Stone Cold. Sorry. What did you think of the match?
It was the shittest match, but
what?
It was an alright match, but Stone Cold shouldn't have done it in a way, but it should have been a fair fight.
I disagree. I liked the match. It was because, as everybody knows, the best feud Stone Cold Steve Austin's ever had is with Savio Vega. This match was actually a really good match. A very good back and forward match with a lot of storytelling in the match. I thought it was really, really good. Yes, I mean, the 2 shots with the $1 Million Championship belt were not needed. I admit that one. But as a wrestling match overall, I thought it was a very good match. So I'm definitely disagreeing with you on that one.
Alright, we'll just...
And also, we've been hearing a lot of Roddy Piper coming in commentary from the cellular phone and the footage from the actual, which I'm actually quite amazed they kept on the network. I'm very surprised about that. What did you think about that?
It was alright. It was alright, but the chase is still going on between Roddy Piper and Goldust.
Yeah, and literally, I think it was Jerry that just said this footage looks awfully familiar to something. No shit. So we don't know what the next match is. So we're just going to be talking. They're taking us over. We have Mr. Perfect with Diesel. Okay, this is actually going to be quite good. As everybody knows, Diesel will be taking on the Undertaker. What did you think of Diesel overall?
Well, Diesel is actually really tall, good powerhouse.
Okay. I actually don't mind Diesel. I thought Diesel was very, very good. His in-ring abilities were quite good. I mean, yes, this is a big man versus big man match with him and the Undertaker. And yes, we're just watching the scenes with Diesel's in the coffin as well as. What did you think of that?
It looked well. If
Well, it looked like Diesel, so you can't really say it looked similar like Diesel. It looked
yeah,
exactly like him. But what did you think about that mind game with the Undertaker? Overall, what do you think of Undertaker's mind games overall?
well, to be honest, Undertaker is kind of a legend at mind games.
Mm. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people have been asking me, does Harry know anything about wrestling? Weirdly, people ask me that. Harry does know a little bit about wrestling. He knew about Undertaker. He knows about Undertaker, Triple H, Rock, Austin, stuff like that. I don't know if he'll be in the reviews. I hope one day he might be, because that would be really, really funny to see him try to. What I might give him a new pay per view just to see how well he. Let's see how well he does with his homework. But yes, Harry is well, and yes, I will definitely send. Some people have asked to send their good wishes to Harry, which I will definitely do. And even you got somebody who said, "I hope you're well." I can't remember the person's name, but somebody did say that I hope Alex is well, and I hope he returns for a video. So, how nice is
And
that?
here I am.
And how nice is that? Are you gonna fan? I can't remember the person's name. I'm really sorry, but are you gonna thank the person?
Well, it depends.
Did you say thank you? You
Oh,
this is why I don't like him in videos, because he can't even say a very nice thank you to a fan.
right. It looks like.
See, even when I say that, he's just like, well, the next match is. Come on, just say thank you to the fan.
Well, thank you.
There we fucking go. Man, I had to fucking force that one out of you.
Right, we're about to get into the next match.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley, not Triple H. He wasn't crowned Triple H just yet.
Which we'll be watching Triple H, or back in the old days as Hunter.
Here's an interesting question for you. What was his name in WCW?
To be honest, I have no idea.
It was actually his real name, Jean-Paul Levesque. Amazingly, WCW wanted him to be with a French accent. Can you believe it? This is why before the fucking New World Order, WCW was shit. What? Well, they let go of Austin before pay-per-view, which is really fucking smart. They let go of Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko, And then they let go of Triple H because he wanted to be a singles wrestler and do this gimmick. And that's why he's in WWE. That's the entire reason why he's in WWF.
Right, we're about to watch the Ultimate Warrior versus Hunter.
And that pedigree cell, ladies and gentlemen. Let's watch. So we just saw the shit stain of the WWF WrestleMania 12 match, Ultimate Warrior versus Triple H. Interesting fact, Sable made her WWF debut tonight. I didn't know that. Mark Merrill's wife. Did not know that.
You did that.
I actually don't want to fucking talk about this match, so Alex, your turn.
Right, well, like Peter said, there's pretty much
shit stain.
Jack shit to talk about.
It's a shit stain. Shit. It's a shit stain match. Have you ever found like just a fucking mark on your underpants that you can't get out and it just smells of shit? Have you ever had that?
No, but have you?
Yes, I have. That's this fucking match, ladies and gentlemen. Hunter's no sells the pedigree. Hunter hits the pedigree, Warrior no sells it. Why? Why does that happen? And now we're talking. Now we have Wildman, Mark Merrow. What did you think of Mark Merrow? Or what do you think of Mark Merrow on a whole in the WWF?
Well, to be honest, I really don't know much about Merrow at all.
Really?
No.
Well, he was a Golden Gloves boxer before he was a wrestler. I can't remember the actual win streak, but he was actually quite good. He actually had a boxing match with. Butterbean in the WWF. I think it's one it's actually one that will be reviewed maybe. Anyway, so yeah, I think before we've got Warrior, we've got Merrow and Hunter fighting now. I don't even understand why he's arguing with Sable, because Sable had nothing to do with the match. Do you have any idea why?
No, I have no idea.
I actually think a Triple H Mark Merrill match would be damn good. Both of them were in WCW, so I think it would actually be really, really good. Actually, can you tell me, interesting fact, who was the first WW superstar to ever get a contract with the WWF?
I've literally no idea.
Give you a clue. They are in this pay-per-view tonight. I've just mentioned his fucking name. Who did we just see? Who has just debuted in the WWF?
Sable.
Okay, fine. At the time, who was she married to?
I think.
And no.
She was married to. I don't know. I think it was on.
Mark Merrow.
Oh well, he's a twat.
Mark Merrow was the first WWF superstar to get a contract.
Well, that was shit.
okay. If you could do it, who would you have? Who do we have? Next match is Diesel versus Taker. So good. So this will be a big man match, powerhouse match. Who do you have?
I will have the Legend of the Undertaker.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious who's winning this match, ladies and gentlemen, because of the fucking win streak. Naturally. At the time, even though this was in 1996.
Yes, that's it.
Oh god, I think this would be. I'm trying to remember when Undertaker first started the streak. I think it was with his match versus Jimmy Superfly Snuka. So that was WrestleMania. I think it was in 1991 when he started the streak. So he faced Jake the Snake Roberts at the Netmania. Then he faced Giant Gonzalez in the shittest match possible at WrestleMania 9. Then he faced Cycle C. No, who did he face at WrestleMania 10? Can't remember. Anyway.
Vader?
It could have been Vader. Actually, yeah, I think it was Vader. Where he faced at WrestleMania 10. Then he faced Cycle Sid at WrestleMania 11 for the title. Because that was actually another big man match. And now he's facing Diesel here. So, yeah. So, we're going to be watching the match and hopefully having some fun. Thank you. So, we're just in The Undertaker versus Diesel. What did you think of the match?
It was actually a real good match between both wrestlers.
Yeah. For a big man match, you would think that it would be quite slow. But in fact, it was actually quite a good pace, weirdly enough.
Yes. Because in 1996, Undertaker was weighing at 328 pounds at the time.
Would you say that there was a lot of bad blood between them?
There could be.
Hint, hint. I can't do so. I know for a fact I can't do subtlety well. So yeah, it was a really good match, and then we'll just find out what the next thing is. So we've just seen the Undertaker Diesel match, as we've just said. Now the conclusion of the Backlot Brawl. What did you think about the first part of it?
It actually went really good, to be honest.
I didn't like it personally, plus with the references to the O.J. Simpson trial as well, because around this time as well, O.J. Simpson would have shot his girlfriend and her friend. So the car chase scene was part of that as well, which I thought was very, very untasteful. So we're just finishing this now. They're going to be coming back. Also, here's an interesting fact. They kept the clothes on because it was free. The Battle of Brawl was actually recorded 3 weeks before the pay-per-view. They kept their clothes dirty and disgusting to add to the effect of the match. Even though the fighting happened 3 weeks beforehand, their clothes are the same as it was 3 weeks ago. It was disgusting. I don't even know how anybody would be able to put up with the smell of that for 3 weeks. So we'll just finish watching this. Oh, I don't know. So we'll just finish this. Oh, that looked a bit hard. Goldust and Piper literally just went into the ring apron. That looked a bit painful. So we'll just watch this match quickly. So we've just seen the conclusion of the Backlot Brawl, and my favourite line did not come from the commentary team. It came from my mother, who looked at Goldust and just went, "He looks like an oven-ready turkey." I love her so much. So Goldust basically kisses Roddy Piper because he did this at this time. Piper would then destroy Goldust, take off his clothing, would put him in lingerie, kiss him back, and then Marlena and Goldust would scurry to the back. And I need bleach to clean out my eyeballs because that was disgusting when Piper basically ripped off his clothing. I'll let you take it from here because, yeah.
Right, as Peter is going to do that, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to bleach my throat out.
Why are you bleaching your throat out?
Because that's the way to do things around here.
You make it sound like we're all suicidal in Goldgate. We actually not.
We did on a bubble.
I can't swear in front of the nice ladies and gentlemen, so I'll just 1 minute. There we go, that's all good. So, the next matchup, I think, is the main event, Shawn Michaels versus Bret the Hitman Hart. So, going into this match, we already know who wins because Shawn Michaels wins. But if you had never seen this match or never known the two wrestlers, who would you have had your money on to win this match?
Well, I would have my money if I were betting. I'll probably put my money on HBK.
Really? I actually would have put my money on Bret Hart because of the way he was a technical wrestling master at this time. Well, naturally, he's one of the most famous people to come out of the Hart dungeon, so... and Shawn does have some... Shawn is a gifted wrestler as well, but at the time, Bret just could run circles around him, I think, personally.
But then, in like a few years after the WrestleMania 12, somewhere in like 2000 to 2005, maybe 06, he became the showstopper.
Well, to be fair, I think the showstopper gimmick was actually started at this point because in my first review of my first classic WW series, Good Friends, Better Enemies, he was actually named the showstopper. If I recall, he was actually named the showstopper there. So I think it's actually made the moniker of the showstopper.
Yeah, but this was like the kind of the first point of the heel of the showstopper until he became a proper showstopper.
No, he's a face here. He's a baby face. They're both baby faces. It's the rare babyface dynamic. It's like the double turn next year at WrestleMania 13 with Austin versus Hart itself. Again, spoilers, where Hart was face and Austin was heel, and they switched at the end of the pay-per-view to Austin being face and Hart being heel. So they're basically both baby faces at this moment in time. So he would go on to be babyface until the start of D-Generation X, which was, I think, 1996, around that time. It was around the time when Undertaker... it was SummerSlam 1996 between Bret Hart and The Undertaker because Shawn Michaels was the special guest referee and Bret spat in his face and then Shawn hit Undertaker with a chair. And then on the Raw the next night, he smacked Undertaker again with a steel chair, confirming his heel turn. So that's when Shawn became a heel again. And ironically, at Bad Blood in Your House, which would be the
Thursday's episode.
Yep, the first maybe the next episode, we don't know yet. Would be Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels in the first ever Hell in a Cell, and actually the debut of Kane. Again, a lot of people are probably wondering why I'm giving out information during this time because, my God, this video is 23 minutes long! And now we have to go through the entire Iron Man match, stopping at every single pinfall! Wait a minute, there's only one at the end of the match.
Wait, what?
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch the match. I think you can tell between the two different styles of Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart because, we saw the classic where Shawn Michaels would come down on the zip line and be all flamboyant, and then there's Bret just
walking out like he doesn't give a damn.
Yeah, just walking all serious. He basically looked like Stu Hart is just, literally, I don't even know how they would be acting surprised. Probably if Stu touched gold, then they'll probably be surprised. Why the hell did I say that? I don't know. Let's watch the match. So we've just seen the Iron Man match for the WWE Championship between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, and I'm actually going to let Alex start first. Alex, what did you think of the match?
It was actually a really good match. The Gorilla Monsoon ordered the match to continue after the 60-minute of the Iron Man match, going into sudden death rules until the winner must become the champion.
I'm actually going to surprise everybody with this, with my answer. I hated it. I personally did not think that the Iron Man match should have been an Iron Man match. I think it should have been a 2 out of 3 falls match. Personally, I think you would have more drama of it being an Iron Man match. Yeah, okay, it's the first ever Iron Man match. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it was a good match for what it's worth, but for an hour, we sat down and watched it for literally an hour, 1 hour, 1 minute and 4 seconds, or some stupid thing like that. But I could not keep my interest in the match at all. I think after the 20-minute mark, I gave up and just started checking Facebook because personally, I wasn't intrigued anymore after the 20 minutes. So having a 60-minute Iron Man match,
it's just plain out of order.
It was, especially for the main event. I mean, yes, I think a 2 out of 3 falls match would have worked a lot more with Brett getting the first fall, Michaels getting the second fall. Having maybe a 30-minute time limit and then have the
sudden death
rules would have been a lot better in my personal opinion. But that's me personally. So the end of the pay-per-view. Alex, what did you thought of the pay-per-view on a whole?
On a whole, it was actually really great, spectacular fireworks, lightning all going off and shit.
Yeah. But what did you think of the pay-per-view on a whole? So instead of critiquing every single match, on a whole, did you enjoy it?
Yes, I enjoyed it.
I did, bar the 60-minute Iron Man match. I just thought, again, like I said, I thought it was too long personally. But on a whole, I thought there was great drama, the 6-man tag. What was your match of the night?
The match of the night had to be between the two powerhouses of
You're going for Undertaker Diesel?
Yeah.
I think I'm actually going to disagree with you on that one. Yes, the Undertaker Diesel match was good, but I personally thought the Savio Vega versus Austin match was quite good. What did you think? What was the worst match in your opinion? And I think we might actually agree on this one.
The worst match had to be the Iron Man match.
Oh, we don't agree on it. Oh, I thought you were done. I thought you were going to say my answer. There's two, but I'm going to go for the Ultimate Warrior versus Hunter Hearst Helmsley. That's fucking squash match. But you really didn't like the. I'm guessing it was just because of the length.
Yeah.
So on a whole, if you could give this a rating between A and F, what would you give it?
F being the lowest, A being high.
Yeah, F being the lowest, A star, A plus being the highest. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to be an A. I do apologise. It's not going to be an A because of the really bad backlog brawl and the Warrior versus Hunter match. It's not an A. I'm sorry. No amount of the Iron Man match can save the fucking pay-per-view from that. So it's not an A in my book. But Alex, what's your opinion?
I would probably say it's close between C, D, and E.
C, D, and E. So let's go.
So probably a D minus. Pretty much in the middle.
So you're going. Well, if you're going between C and E, just go straight down the middle and go D.
Yeah.
So, I'm not. I understand why you want to do that because of the length of the Iron Man match, the Ultimate Warrior versus Hunter match, the backlog brawl. I understand that one. I'm not as harsh as you in a way. I'm going to go personally for C because there was some really good match. The 6-man tag to open the show was good. Savio Vega versus Austin, even though we had different opinions of it, was good. The Undertaker Diesel match was okay. Warrior versus Hunter was just awful. NB Iron Man match, whilst good in some places, was just too long in my opinion. Sorry about the smoke, guys. So anyway, guys, that has been our WrestleMania 12 review. Alex, thank you very much for joining me.
It's my pleasure.
Do you want to plug your stuff?
We'll probably see in the next video. No spoilers.
Well, I wonder what's happening. I wonder what's happening in Australia. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Catch you on the flip side.
That's my line!